Hello everyone, Briximus Prime back for a live stream unboxing. I'm not going to take too long on this live stream unboxing. I do need to get going somewhere, but I did just want to quickly go ahead and open it, so it doesn't matter if anyone joins in or not. I'm just going to make this one be short and brief, but I did want to open the box that I did get because I'm kind of desperate to get it open because I've been waiting for it for too long, but I did want to still do the live stream unboxing even though it's going to be rushed. I don't have any new comic books or anything to show off. I don't really have anything about news or anything upcoming, though I did want to mention I do have my next review all recorded and everything. I'm just halfway through editing, so my next review will be coming out soon. It's going to be the part 1 for my Wreck and Rule collection review. So just letting you guys know, it's I did end up deciding to split it in half with part 1, part 2, because there's just so many figures in that line and I have so many thoughts to go over with all of them. So I'm just going to do individual reviews on both. And, but yeah, so, and then after the, and then the only other thing I wanted to talk about is after I do the review, after the review on, the part 1 of the Wreck and Rule collection, there's going to be one review that takes place in between the two. And the review that's going to take place in between the Wreck and Rule collection part 1 will be the Marvel Legends Retro Collections Spider-Man and Sandman review, specifically the Symbiote Spider-Man. So, hello Firewall, nice of you to join in, right as I mentioned about the Spider-Man review going to be coming up soon. But, anyway, yeah, I've been doing good, Firewall. I'm not going to have this go on for too long, so I do need to get going somewhere pretty soon, but I did still want to go ahead and take a look at what I got in the mail. But yeah, I already have everything recorded and everything for the next review, which is the Wreck and Rule Collection Part 1. I don't have any new comic books. I mentioned that earlier. I don't have any new comic books or anything. But I did want to mention, I did read the Batman comic. As you can see, the page puncher isn't in its case anymore. I did read it. I can confirm the comic book is the first issue of Hush, the Batman Hush series. It's the first issue of that. So just for anyone who is curious as to what comic book it was, you know, like, is the Batman comic worth it? Yes, it is. I would say yes, very much so. Is it worth it for the little figure? It's I don't know, sorta. I mean, it's more of a bonus thing. It's not really what you're buying the $10 for. I mean, come on. Since you've reviewed more Halo stuff, are you going to pick up the 7-inch Arbiter? Yes, I've been trying to find the Arbiter constantly, and I can't seem to find him anywhere. I legitimately want the Arbiter. I've never wanted a Halo figure more than the Arbiter, except for maybe Halo Reach George. But yeah, as soon as I saw that as soon as I got the news that they made an Arbiter, I just went, I was just speechless. I was just like, finally, there's an Arbiter out there. I would very much like to get my hands on that. So yes, to answer your question, Firewall, yes, I would like to pick it up if I can finally find him. The Arbiter is probably one of my favorite characters from Halo so far, besides Master Chief. But yeah. And I saw they also had some of those other Halo figures, such as they had some of those other ones, like there was that Master Chief that comes with like a Cortana, or is that the one character from Reach? Is that the one that's from Reach that's not Cortana? I still haven't played, or not Halo Reach, Halo Infinite. I still haven't played Halo Infinite yet, so I have no idea who that is because I still haven't played the game yet. But it's either a little minifigure of Cortana or it's the other one. A 3.75-inch Arbiter does exist. Yeah, but I'm not really into the 3.75-inch size action figures anymore, especially and I'm not just talking about Halo. I mean, like, in general, I'm not really a big collector on 3.75-inch figures because I just think they're too small. I mean, yes, them being smaller does open up the opportunity for like better photo ops. They're easier to move around, but I just prefer the 6-inch figures nowadays. Yeah, want them to make the Covenants in the 7-inch scale. I know it's so weird though how they haven't. I think the 3 3/4 inch Jackal is in scale though, because I think there was a complaint that the Jackal, the 3 3/4 inch Jackal, is actually too big for the 3 3/4 inch, which means it's actually maybe more closer to scale with the Master Chiefs and the Spartans from the Spartan collection, from the 6-inch, 7-inch figures, maybe. But yeah, I do plan on doing some more Halo reviews. I'm just a little bit disappointed with how this last one performed. That Master Chief 2-pack I did really well. That one did pretty well on my channel, but that recent one with Noble 6 hasn't been doing very well. I'm kind of underwhelmed by it, but whatever. I'm making what videos I want to make. It doesn't really matter how many views they get. I just wish that it just got maybe a little bit more. I just wish maybe it got more like around 80 or 90 views, not 60, but it just underperformed, at least like for me personally, just that little bit. I'm like, Because the problem is, if a video doesn't do very well, it kind of discourages me from doing it more, because it feels like, oh, people aren't really that interested in this. But again, I want to make content that I want to make, not to appease people. I just want to do what I want to do. So anyway, the Covenants vehicles would be very expensive. Yeah, if they did 7-inch. That's the one thing about 6-inch and 7-inch figures that I do have the complaint about, is that if you want vehicles for them, they're pretty expensive. Like if you want vehicles for them to drive in, I mean, like we're supposed to get a Marvel Legends HasLab Ghost Rider 2, and it's supposed to be Ghost Rider where he comes with it's the Ghost Rider that comes with the Hell Charger, the Dodge Charger that's on fire. And obviously a car that big is going to be expensive. I mean, that's why they're making it into a HasLab. But so like, I understand where the complaint comes from, but guess what? I'm still thinking about backing that Ghost Rider. I'm just waiting for them to announce it, and we'll see what price it is and what kind of backing stuff, what kind of bonus items they'll throw in. But I am thinking about backing that Ghost Rider. I just need to see what kind of stuff is going to be with it and what kind of price we're getting. But anyway, I'm trying to stall as much as I can till about like 9-ish, 10 minutes. Because I do want to get this live stream at least maybe to 15 minutes. But yeah. Oh yeah, I did want to show off some stuff that I did get on a toy hunt recently. I did pick up, so it was August 1st, like I said before, and a bunch of new Lego sets released. And I did pick up the Lego Speed Champions 007 James Bond's Aston Martin. So there's a nice little Lego model of the Aston Martin in minifigure scale. They did also make another Aston Martin that was like that really big, like $150 version. That's not minifigure scale, but I did definitely want to get this one because I love James Bond. And so this is like that little bit of merchandise that I am willing to pay for to add to my collection. And I really do like it. I really do like the Aston Martin. It's very nice. It's got a full interior. It comes with the James Bond minifigure. I really like it. And then, other than that, another Lego set I did pick up, but I haven't built it yet. I did pick up the Lego Star Wars Ambush on Ferrix. This is supposed to be the Lego set that they have. So far, this is the only Lego set they have coming out for the Andor series. And it looks pretty good. I like the way how this ship is built. I like the speeder bikes. I always love speeder bike builds. Those are always appealing to me. And my only real complaint with this Lego set is I wish they included a Stormtrooper or some kind of other, just some other minifigure would have been nice, because this is a slightly more expensive one, and I would have liked for maybe a little bit more minifigures to kind of help justify the price, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, thoughts on the 86 Ironhide? Looks awesome. I really hope it's not going to be super hard to find like some other figures, and for the 86 Ironhide, it makes me not feel as bad for completely missing out on that Earthrise one, because that Earthrise one is way too expensive to get now. Now we just need for them to make a new prowl that's easy to get. But yeah, 86 Ironhide looks great. Definitely going to get it. If they make an 86 Ratchet, perfect. And then one other thing I did also get, you'll be pretty excited about this, Firewall, because I've been talking about doing more Warhammer videos. I did happen to find one of the new Warhammer figures I've been wanting to get my hands on. This is the Warhammer 40k Chaos Marine. I have been wanting to get this figure, and I finally found one at a local toy store. It wasn't at like a mass retailer like GameStop or something. I found it at a local toy store. So it was a couple dollars more, but it's all worth it for McFarlane Toys figures because they do a great job at managing their prices. That even slightly raised prices are even worth it. So because normally these figures are like $20, which is how much they normally would have been like 5 years ago when inflation didn't kick in. So being able to pay only like $2 extra for this was totally worth it, especially considering that like it's $10 shipping to buy this guy online. But the Chaos Marine looks awesome.
Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne.
So yeah, I'm really excited to open this guy eventually, but I'm waiting to open him because I wanted to wait for this package first. But yeah, the green one, I'm still waiting on that one. It's I think it was the Dark Angels Space Marine. I'm holding off on that one for now because it literally looks exactly like the other ones that I like, and there's ones that I kind of prefer over the green. So I'm kind of waiting on that one, but I do like the way it looks though. Yeah, I'm just looking to see if I missed something. We don't know yet if the rumored Prowl is going to be the G1 version. From what we know, it could be the Beast Wars Lion version. Yeah, I'm hoping that we come out with a new G1 Prowl. If not, I'm pretty sure the Prowl will end up being either the Lion version or it could be some other Prowl that we have no idea who it is. Like maybe a Prowl from the Unicron trilogy or a Prowl from... Ooh, that's a Prowl I would like. If it's not going to be G1 Prowl, please make it be Transformers animated Prowl. Please, an animated Prowl would be so awesome. That gold and black and like that slight tan color with the blue sharp visor, or even the one that looks more samurai looking. I would absolutely love an animated Prowl. Anyway, now that we've hit the 12-minute mark, I'm going to open up the box. Pretty sure you already know what it is because I've mentioned multiple times about how I've had this on the way in previous live streams, so it should be pretty obvious what it is, which is another reason why I'm fine with making this a shorter live stream because again, it's like something that people already know is coming out. Woo! Oh, I like that. That looks awesome. Oh, they kind of changed up his name. I didn't know that his name was that. Ooh. Very nice. Okay, I'll stop not showing it to you guys. This is the Transformers Legacy Wreck and Rule Collections Master Dominus and G2 Universe Leadfoot. So I finally now have all of the Wreck and Rule collection figures, and this is actually the 2-pack. This was actually the one I was looking forward to the most because I love the G2 Leadfoot. I've always liked that design, even though I never grew up with like G2 Leadfoot. I didn't grow up with G2. I just love the colors and the new head sculpt and all this. It just works. It just works for me. And then I love the idea of a fossilizer being the Mastodon, a mammoth. Like I don't know why. I just love the idea of it, and I like the colors on him. So I definitely am excited about this one, and the artwork looks great as usual for the Transformers packaging. So yeah, I want to get it out because for some reason I keep hearing a loose piece in there. So I'm hoping that it's not something that got damaged. I'm just hoping maybe it's just an accessory that got loose. So I'm opening it up. So I want to see what it is that got loose in there. Hopefully it's not something that like broke. Whoa. Okay, thank goodness. It was just a piece of the fossilizer that came off. Ooh. That's nice. Here's that last piece of cardboard that I needed to finish the wrecker hammer. The hammer of the wreckers. There's the instructions. All right, the piece that was loose in the box was just one of the parts that goes to the Mastodon. Master Dominus or whatever. What the heck? Okay, that was random. Yeah, it looks like this piece goes... Ooh. I have to admit, the Master Dominus fossilizer looks really cool. I love his new head sculpt. Anyway, where does this piece go? Ah, it goes right there. I can see how that came off. But ooh, the G2 Leadfoot looks a lot better in person because the blue is actually like a bright metallic blue. That's really nice. Oh man, look at that. Look at these two. He's got this bright, shiny, metallic blue. You can see it glimmering in the light right there on the G2 Leadfoot. I love that. I love how these guys look. Hello. Is the Chaos Marine going to be a single review? I think I'm going to combine the Chaos Marine with another figure, but we'll see. Joe and Mitchell, hello there. Hi, Fire. Hello. Hello, Joe and Mitchell. Honestly, could have given us an actual plastic pieces to build the hammer, kind of like a Build-A-Figure, but a hammer, collect to wreck. Well, actually, so far, the cardboard has been really sturdy, actually. It's been a pretty sturdy cardboard build, but I still would have preferred for, like, plastic stuff. I still would have preferred maybe, like, a plastic thing. But, whatever, I guess. So yeah, let's take a look at these figures. Ripping open the little paper baggie with the accessories in it. Looks like we got... This should be the gun, missile launcher, and the tusks. Yeah, the tusks are separate pieces from the rest of it. Nice. Alrighty. There we go. That is garbage now. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this. I believe the G2 Leadfoot figure is based on the Earth mode, the Kingdom Earth mode Mirage, which I never got the chance to get that figure. So I'm now glad that I now have the opportunity to actually handle this mold. So, oh, gosh, if you guys were on the last live stream, which you were. Look at how many twisty ties there are. Why there's so many freaking twisty ties? Took a while to get some of these off the Dinobot sludge last time. The problem is some of these are like so like tightly knotted that like they just come off. They just won't come undone that easily. I'm starting with the G2 Leadfoot. Hopefully I can get him out of here within a timely manner. I could just cut him, but like it's kind of a more papery, kind of thicker material, so it doesn't really cut as well as the plastic. So like I think it would take just as long to cut it as it would just untying it. So it's like, plus I'm also worried that I might, using the knife to cut it open, I'm worried that I could damage the figure, because there already was risk in damaging the figure when there was plastic twisty ties. But now that there's actually a way to untie them, it reduces the risk of damaging a figure while getting it out of the packaging. Because I've had a couple times where I've had a figure get a little bit chipped because like the knife got a little too close to its body, or like I accidentally peeled off a little bit of paint because of the knife blade being too close to it. But again, that also could be the fault of Hasbro, because it's like pick some Why couldn't you guys have just picked some paint that's not as fragile? There we go. Here is the, hold on. There's G2 Leadfoot. If it will focus on him. Oh, I almost had it. There we go. Heck yeah. And then he does have his rocket launcher, which doesn't really go on his shoulder anymore, which is a real shame, but it's not a deal breaker or anything. I just wish that he actually could use it. Sorry, I'm just kind of fiddling around with it just to kind of get a feel for the figure. Because again, never handled this mold. And there's his gun. Oh, dropped the gun. Ugh. He looks great. I like the G2. The G2 colors work really well on this guy. I like the bright, vibrant yellow with that blue. Like, combined with the Autobot Wrecker logo, like, very nice. Why is my white light blowing me up? Come on. There we go. So yeah, very nice. Yeah, it is based on the Kingdom Mirage. Nonif made a great kit for the Kingdom Mirage mold, so you can maybe use it for Leadfoot if you want him with a shoulder cannon. I think I'm good. I don't. It's not really something I require. I mostly would be annoyed by it if it was actual Mirage, but because this isn't Mirage, like this character never really had a shoulder cannon in the original G2 toy line, it's not really that big of an issue. Has anyone found the Velocitron Wave? Yes, I did. I found 3 of them at one of my local Walmarts, but I didn't pick any of them up because none of them were the ones that I was looking for. The ones I did find was the IDW Blur, which I'm still on the fence about getting, but as of right now, I'm still not planning on getting it. 2, I saw the G2 Road Rocket. That was the red motorcycle character. Yeah, she's the, the red version of the Prime RC mold, the Road Rocket. And then the other one I saw was it Burnout, I think is the name. It's the black repaint of Legacy Skids. Yeah, I think it's Burnout. I found those 3 at my local Walmart, but ever since I saw those, never seen any other Velocitron figures since. I'm trying to hunt for Cosmos, and literally the only 3 I have the biggest interest in is the Velocitron Cosmos, obviously, the Override, and the Scourge / Nemesis Prime. No Transformers section? Ugh. My Walmart used to be like that a couple years ago, but they've been getting better and better with Transformers. My only problem is they have too many Beast Wars reissues to the point that, like, no one's buying them. Like, they have so many Cyber Shark, like, reissues, which I actually have considered getting one of those Cyber Shark figures, but not right now. I'd rather wait till they put the Cyber Shark figure on clearance or something, because, again, it is a reissued figure, and so it has that older engineering. So, like, I'd rather wait to buy the Maximal Cyber Shark until later when it's, like, on a clearance sale for, like, maybe Black Friday or Christmas or something, because there were some really good Beast Wars reissue clearance stuff that I saw last year where, like, for a limited time, I remember one time on Walmart.com last year during Black Friday, they had Beast Wars reissue Megatron and Optimus Primal were both for like $12, and then Rat Trap and Cheetor were both like $7. Like, I was like, whoa. So I'm hoping Cyber Shark gets that same treatment with just how many there are lying around. So I might try to pick up a Beast Wars reissue of Cyber Shark sometime around then. Come on. Trying to get out the Master Dominus. I thought it was just Mastodon instead of a Mastodon, it's Mastodon, but they called it Master Dominus because it sounds more like an actual name than Mastodon. Because the Mastodon also, because it's the scientific name, kind of like Tyrannosaurus Rex, is Mastodon, but the common name, like T-Rex, but for this guy is a mammoth. A lot of people just call it a mammoth, but it's called a mastodon. All right, I think I got all the twisty ties. Let's get this guy out of his imprisonment. The box that's imprisoning him. His imprisonment. I was trying to say that earlier, but it didn't really go. Whoa. That's not supposed to come off. There we go. That was not supposed to come off. Thankfully, it's not broken, so easy fix. Come on. Looks like I missed a twisty tie, but thankfully I can just slide the piece out. A piece came off of my figure, but thankfully it was easy to snap back on. It just wasn't completely on there. That was a little bit concerning, but thankfully it was easily able to plug back in. Maybe I need to get some super glue and apply it onto that because that is kind of concerning that the yeah, I'm gonna have to get some super glue and glue that on. For some reason, my Master Dominus, the rib piece right here, comes off too easily, his ribs. So I'm gonna have to go in there with super glue and glue that piece on because that is not supposed to be able to come off. Especially since the other side doesn't even move at all. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that really fast, that I'm already experiencing some questionable issues with my Master Dominus. Okay, so there's his thing right there, and then this is supposed to be able to clamp on additionally to it. And then this piece of the arm goes on. Wait, am I doing this backwards? I'm doing this backwards. Or am I? Let me look at the box again. The box art. What does the hands look like? Okay, it is backwards. It is backwards. Oh my gosh. Stupid rib cage is not doing its dang job. It's already kind of a mess. As much as I like the concept of this figure, it's kind of a mess. I don't like that. Ugh. I still like the figure, just not really too big on his quality control. All right, and then let's get those tusks and put those tusks in to the figure. Very nice. There he is. These do kind of stick out a little bit too far, but hey, there you go. So first complaints with this figure. This Mastodon. Oh my gosh. Hang on. There we go. This Mastodon. Holy crap. There we go. That actually snaps in pretty well. That was my fault. This joint right here doesn't like to hold up his arm. So that's a bit of an issue. And then again, this rib cage piece comes off too easily. So I'm going to have to go in and super glue that. Don't know what it is with me and fossilizers and them having to be super glued, but whatever. But I really want to like him more than I do because I love the way he looks and I love the concept of this fossilizer. It's just, he just wasn't really executed very well. I mean, come on. But I still like the concept. Come on, Hasbro. You and your stupid freaking quality control. I swear, you guys need to get it under control. Use it as a shield or something and avoid all that. I guess, but the head is kind of required to be part of the shoulder, though. Like, the head is legitimately, like, part of the shoulder. There's no way to remove it separated from the joint of the shoulder. If I took it off and had it as a shield, he just wouldn't have an arm. Because this is all literally one in... Gosh, the stupid rib cage will not stay in. This is all one entire piece. Obviously, minus this piece coming off. This is meant to be, this is intentional because there is a 5mm port for it. Because this part is supposed to be some kind of weapon that he can use. Maybe if I remove that and then put this back on, maybe that makes it a little easier. Maybe that'll make it easier for the joint to handle. Sorta, maybe, kinda, no. Not really, but this is supposed to be able to be used as some kind of weapon in his hand, I guess. Somewhere in his hand. There you go, I guess. There you go. He's got his tusk weapon right there in his arm. There you go. I guess that's his claw weapon. But it's not a bad concept. I just really wish this figure would actually hold together, but that's not the figure's fault. That's Hasbro's fault. I mean, come on. Come on, Hasbro. But the G2 Leadfoot, though, turned out just as I was hoping he would. So, yeah, I'm just going to clean up this mess. And that's really it for this live stream unboxing. I didn't really plan anything past this. But, yeah, that is basically it for this live stream unboxing. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to give me a like on the video. Comment down what you guys think. Let me know if you guys are excited for the new reviews that I have. Should I buy Wrecker Springer? Maybe you should add, maybe that answer will be answered when you get the when I upload that review, which should be going up tomorrow, hopefully, if everything all goes well. Which, let me show you the Springer. Here's the Springer. Here's the real question. Do you have the original Siege Springer, Joe? Because if you don't have the original Siege Springer, then sure. But if you do, then maybe you could wait on it. If you don't, then sure. For sure. Because that Springer figure now goes for ridiculous prices, and being able to buy this triple changer for a Voyager price point is very nice. But my actual opinions on the Springer itself, I'll have stated in the... I'll have you figure that out when you actually go and watch my review. Because I do want that review to get watched, please. But yeah, I did want to at least show it off to you for that split second. So my plan now is that I'm going to do my next reviews will be on... So my next review that'll be uploading to YouTube, hopefully by tomorrow, is I'm going to be having the review, the part 1 on the Wreck and Rule collection, which will consist of Springer, Bulkhead, and Twin Twist. And then I have the Spider-Man Vintage Collection figures to review. And then after that review, it'll then be part 2. And in the part 2 of the Wreck and Rule collection review, I'll go in the part 2 of the Wreck and Rule collection. Part 2 will consist of the impactor and spindle, and then the G2 Leadfoot with the Master Dominus. And it's a real shame that Master Dominus is the fossilizer. Oh, gosh, that it's the fossilizer that's really suffering, because even the spindle is having a lot of issues. Like, for example, these feet come off way too easily. Gosh, Hasbro, like, oh, the two fossilizers of the entire history of you guys making fossilizers for the past like year and a half, you guys finally start coming out with like the best ones, and yet they're the worst feeling ones. Oh my gosh, your freaking quality control issues need to get under control, Hasbro. My gosh. Anyway, that is basically it for the unboxing. I don't really have any anything else to really talk about. So that's basically it for this live stream unboxing. And again, I do need to get going pretty soon. This has gone on for actually a little bit longer than I planned. But that's basically it for this live stream unboxing. Thank you all for watching. Look forward to all the next reviews coming soon. And I'll catch you guys.